Europe on the brink of a second Great War. On January 3rd, Hitler strong-arms Czechoslovakia into signing a mutual defense pact. The Axis powers are born. On January 14th, German forces crossed the frontier into Czechoslovakia, occupying the country before it can begin to mobilize. Czechoslovakia is quickly annexed into the German Reich. Britain and France condemn the act, but take no other action. Both of the Western powers want a strong Germany to provide a shield against Stalin's Red Terror. In Budapest on February 12th, ambassadors from Hungary, Bulgaria, and Italy signed documents formally joining the Axis powers. In Moscow and Berlin, military and political leaders alike plot the fate of Europe, and by extension, the world. One thing is clear: peace between Germany and Russia is extremely fragile. While Hitler plots to bring Romania into his fold, Stalin has plans of his own. Only a single spark is needed to ignite world war. Meanwhile, in France and Britain, a general consensus is reached to stay out of the conflict between fascism and communism. Across the Atlantic, the United States remains in the grip of isolationism. In Asia, Japan plots to extend its own Asian empire. February 2nd, 1938. Hitler secretly commands German industry to accelerate its large-scale arms buildup, telling several in his inner circle, "We will be at war with the Bolsheviks by 1939. Europe is a growing powder keg. February 13th, 1938. German agents have begun funneling money and small arms to the Iron Guard Nazi Party in Romania, while the Soviets have been aiding communist elements. The Romanian king's centrist coalition party is trying to keep the communists and fascists at bay as they sit precariously in the middle. February 20th, 1938. Emboldened by his victory over reactionary elements in Poland, Stalin orders the Red Army to prepare for operations against Finland. Soviet forces begin massing around Leningrad. February 22nd, 1938. The Polish Home Army detonates a bomb outside NKVD headquarters in Warsaw. In retaliation, the Soviets execute 100 suspected Home Army members and begin a harsh crackdown. More Soviet troops are brought into Poland. April 2nd, 1938. 100,000 Soviet troops cross into Finland. Europe sits on the brink of war. April 3rd, 1938. Hitler, heeding the General Staff's advice, delays war with the Soviet Union, deeming Germany unready for war. Instead, Germany will maintain neutrality but send arms, supplies, and volunteers to Finland via the Baltic Sea. April 8th, 1938. Finnish troops deliver a humiliating defeat to the Red Army, repelling their advance. April 19th, 1938. Despite heavy casualties and slow progress, Soviet forces managed to seize significant portions of eastern Finland. The Red Army halts for an operational pause, but Stalin vows to crush Finland before the year ends. May 2nd, 1938. A clash between German and Soviet aircraft over the Baltic Sea nearly sparks war. Several planes on both sides are damaged, but no pilots are killed. May 15th, 1938. Field testing of the newer German Mark IV Panzer prototype begins in earnest. At the same time, some early production T-34 tanks begin appearing in Red Army units stationed close to Germany and Romania. August 12, 1938. The Iron Guard Party wins a slight majority in the Romanian parliament. The king dissolves the new Nazi-led parliament and calls for new elections. Large-scale riots break out in several major cities. August 18, 1938. In Spain, General Franco enters Madrid as the victor of the long and bloody Spanish Civil War. Spain becomes a fascist nation. Within a week, it is offered entry into the Axis powers. Franco declines the invitation. August 23, 1938. A full-scale civil war has broken out in Romania, with the German-backed Iron Guard fighting the loyalist forces of the Romanian monarch. The media in the West begins calling it the Spanish Civil War all over again. August 25, 1938. Large portions of the Romanian military announce their support for the fascists, citing fear of Soviet dominance as their reason for doing so. September 2, 1938. Amidst the chaos, the Iron Guard seizes the Romanian capital with the aid of several fascist-loyal infantry divisions, forcing the king to flee into exile. A fascist government is declared. Soviet-backed socialists resist the Iron Guard takeover by calling on strikes and taking to the streets. September 3, 1938. The Soviets, fearing that the strategic oil fields in Romania will fall into German hands, begin to mobilize along the Romanian frontier. Once again, Europe sits at the cusp of general war. September 4, 1938. The new fascist government in Romania requests entry into the Axis powers. September 6, 1938. German forces begin to mobilize and have begun to enter Romania, which has been admitted to the Axis. Germany declares that a Soviet invasion of Romania would be an act of war against all the Axis powers. Europe holds its breath.